Hello and welcome to the open book. Well, I guess Shannon Sharp thought that maybe if he stayed quiet, this $50 million lawsuit would just go away. However, the NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp has yet to file a response to the sexual assault case filed against him in April for $50 million. Now, the former tight end for the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens has denied the allegations, and he referred to the lawsuit as a shakedown. Now, the Pro Football Talk reported on Sunday that Shannon has not filed a formal response to the sexual assault allegations in court. After the initial media firestorm, the case went quiet. We have not heard anything in a while until now. The lawsuit is moving forward. Shannon Sharp appeared in a Clark County, Nevada court on Wednesday. Okay? The complaint was filed in Clark County, Nevada. The court claims that Shannon Sharp committed sexual assault, battery, sexual battery, and engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress during a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years with a woman more than 30 years younger than him. Now, if y'all remember, the plaintiff is referred to as Jane Doe in this case, and she alleges that Shannon Sharp brutally sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and continued in 2025. Jane Doe is accusing Shannon Sharp of being overtly controlling and manipulative during their relationship. The complaint accuses him of repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slapping her. One time specifically, he was yelling at her while there was a firearm visible in his room, the complaint states. Terrified for her safety, the plaintiff tried sharing her location with friends from her iPhone. Shannon Sharp allegedly saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck, allegedly, and told her, "If you ever do that again, I will effing kill you." So we are still awaiting to see what Shannon Sharp will state in his allegations. Him and his lawyer have claimed their his innocence, I should say, his innocence, okay? Now, Dr. Umar, about a month ago, did a short interview, and he also had some views on what is taking place surrounding this Shannon Sharp lawsuit. Special shout out to the Art of Dialogue for this clip.
A 19-year-old white girl.
It's interesting, Art, because last week I was at FDMG Academy doing some walkthroughs with some potential floor contractors because we still have to get the floors covered up. The concrete where we remove the rugs, that has to be covered up with tile. And so I'm in Wilmington, Delaware, outside of the school, and all of a sudden, my phone started going off. It started going off. I don't know if this was Monday or Tuesday, because Tony Busby, the attorney representing the alleged victim, Gabriella Zuniga, or should we call her Gabriella I Love to Sue Ninjas, but that case was entered into court Sunday, a week from yesterday. And so I think I was at the school on Monday, it must have been, Art, Monday or Tuesday. And so my phone is going off, and I'm getting all these texts. Shannon Sharp has been Snow Bunny. Shannon Sharp has been Snow Bunny. Dr. Umar, Shannon is being accused of the
Not
unthinkable.
Snow Bunny.
And it bothered me because, as you know, me and Shannon Sharp have had some back and forths over the internet, never directly, but obviously me speaking to him and him speaking to me about, you know, his position that he don't date black women and that he prefers Caucasians. And of course, being who I am, respecting all women, no matter what the color, but I believe black men need to be with black women. And given the fact that Sean Puffy Combs finds himself in a situation he's in, and R. Kelly finds...
And I do want to pause it there for a second. I don't necessarily believe that you just have to have black women with black men and so forth. However, in this particular case of Shannon Sharp, I think the more prominent issue that a lot of people had was the age gap, okay? And how young this young lady is, as opposed to, you know, Shannon Sharp's age. Now, I know that Monique was on Shannon Sharp's, his YouTube channel with Club Shay Shay. And before this, Monique had already pretty much given him a warning about messing with these younger girls. And the irony of how this all came out not too long after that, I just shook my head.
finds himself in a situation he's in, and Bill Cosby finds himself in a situation he's in, and of course, Sean Carter freeing himself from false allegations that Tony Busby had lodged against him. You would think that in the aftermath of all of these sex assault cases that's going on, that Shannon Sharp or any black male celebrity for that matter will conduct themselves in a more responsible manner. So I'm not here to beat a man when he's down, obviously, because as I've made it clear on social media, okay, to the disappointment of many, I stand with Shannon Sharp. And I stand with Shannon Sharp, Art, for one reason and one reason only. And that is because what he did in having a relationship with a 19-year-old Snow Bunny is not illegal. And so dealing with the American court system, morals has no place in it. Morals have no place in American law. If it did, we would have never been enslaved. So in a court of law, it's about whether you broke the law. It's not about whether what you did was right or wrong. And so I'm standing with Shannon Sharp because I don't want to see his life destroyed like Puff, like Kelly, like they tried to do to Carter, like they've done to Cosby. I don't want to see this happen to another man. And because she was not legally a child, although too young for nearly all of us to feel comfortable with a man of his age dating her, it was not against the law for him to be with this 19-year-old. So what do we know about this situation? According to Gabriella Zuniga, she met Shannon Sharp at a gym in Los Angeles.
And to be honest, I agree with him on that. It's not illegal, but was it morally right? Did he set himself up in dealing with, thinking about his status, okay, his age? I would have also, this is just my opinion in this, having a status like his and the amount of money, you have to be careful on who you're dating, okay? Because there are some people out here that have different motives, okay, for why they are dating you. And I'm not saying that she did, but there are different people that date with various motives, okay? Could it have been a potential setup from the beginning?
Approximately 2 years ago, 2023. Now, Shannon alleges that he tried to present her with an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, which every celebrity should require from anyone they engage with. Well, guess what, Art? She decides she's not going to sign the NDA. That right there was a warning to Shannon Sharp that this 19-year-old, who you shouldn't be dating anyway because of her age, because of her race, you need to end this. If she don't want to sign an NDA dating a celebrity, you know what that means. That means if this doesn't go her way, she's going to expose you. Shannon Sharp should have ended it right there. The problem was she fit his type. Obviously, Uncle Shay Shay, he likes Caucasian women, as we all know, and he likes them very skinny, which I didn't know. And the reason I'm saying that is the pictures that are floating around the internet on Gabrielle Asu Ninjas is the pictures of a very petite Caucasian woman who, not being disrespectful when I say this, appears to be built like a 13, 14, 15-year-old child. She doesn't appear to be developed like a woman. She doesn't appear to be a woman who's in childbearing age. There's no curves on that body. There's no lumps on that body. And according to her, allegedly, Shannon Sharp told her that if she would lose enough weight for him, he would buy her some artificial breasts. Now, that's very puzzling to me, Art, because she's already extra skinny, extra petite, no booty, no breasts, no nothing. Why would you want her to lose any more weight? So from that, we can gather that Shannon Sharp's type is an extra pale, extra skinny Caucasian. He definitely don't like them 5'5" thick in the thighs like Dr. Umar. He don't want butter almond. He don't want butter pecan. He don't want fudge, cinnamon, mahogany. He don't even want African vanilla, African butterscotch, African lemonade. He wants some pale and skinny. I want him brown chocolate and curvy. So anyway.
Well, shout out to the Art of Dialogue for that snippet. Make sure you check out the full interview
I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly, on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Now, those were the final words that we heard from Shannon Sharp regarding this lawsuit. Y'all let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.